Hi everyone. So today, I am down zero point 0.6 from where I was of a pound from where I was yesterday, but still up a pound from my um, cheat meal day. But hey, it's two steps forward, one step back, um, and it's not been the best week for losing weight, but sometimes that's what happens. Anyway, so I had a no starch day yesterday, and I'll tell you what I had. I had a strong brew coffee with honey and some 2% milk. And I had a peach. This one was one of the Palisade peaches, one of the best. They're big peaches. And then I had a hamburger patty with some grapes and some cherries. And no, I had that later. I had some of the apples from my orchard. Yeah, they have a tiny bit of starch, like I think it's zero point 0.2 of a gram of starch in it or something like that. I had that, and I had some cucumbers, and then I had some cherries and some grapes. That's what I had later, and then I had a stir fry of some chicken with some of my homegrown peppers and some onions with a little olive oil, and that's what I had. And it was a little higher in protein than I usually go, um, but hey, whatever. I was somehow almost carnivorous, so to speak. I mean, there are different definitions of carnivorous, but somehow I wanted to eat meat yesterday, so there we go. Um, and so today I will continue the no starch diet. So I would like to talk today about a burr under my saddle. And that's not there's no buzzsaw going on here or coming or anything like that. It's just why I did my two-part series on food noise. And it was very personal to me and very heartfelt. And, sometimes the most heartfelt, straight from the heart talks are not always the most popular, but, you know, it is what it is. Um, but I had watched, and I had seen it before, but I watched this interview. It was on News Nation, and there was Julia Michaels and Casey Means, who's very much um, a Whole Foods approach to things type of a person. And they were talking about, you know, the new class of weight loss drugs versus diet and exercise. And so the host says, well, but couldn't it be both? Couldn't they need both? And I'm like yelling at the television. I live out in the country by myself, so nobody else heard me. And I wasn't yelling that loud, but I was really grousing, like, you don't get it. You just don't get it. And it's like, but couldn't you be open-minded enough to, well, I mean, I can only talk about my experience on that kind of thing. But I also have observed a lot of people who have done it with diet and exercise, using whole foods that nourish them, and they don't need it. And it's sort of like you don't get it. This is about longevity, how to do this for long term. And I mean, there's things that I've learned from people I loosely follow who take the new class of weight loss drugs. And yeah, I mean, basically, you have to change your eating habits. I don't know. I had to change my eating habits. Um, it looks like I mean, in the long run, I have to do that. And it doesn't matter whether you've had bariatric surgery, you still have to change your eating habits long term to keep the weight off. It all leads back to the same thing. If somebody takes a different pathway, there's no shade from me. No shade at all from me. Um, that's your chosen path. That's fine. Um, but just I'm a person who's into the old-fashioned way, so to speak. And so I just was a real burr under my saddle, and then these two weight loss bariatric doctors got on and like, no, our patients need this, and okay, well, I don't know, maybe they do, but I also, having followed enough people who have taken this, that the ones who really are successful, just saying, are the ones who are changing their eating habits. And by the way, eating habits, your tastes change after a while, and you get where you like eating certain things. I mean, as long as you eat things you like. Obviously, don't eat things you don't like. But I mean, like me, I'm like, you know what? I haven't had anything all that out there to eat, and it was about, I don't know, 4 weeks ago, I decided to have a cheat meal day, and I said, I'm going to go get a fritter. I got a cherry fritter from this local donut shop, and I was going to eat half of it and throw the rest of it away. I got about a quarter of the way in. I had stopped at this park. I was going to go take a walk in this beautiful park, and I got a quarter way in, and I'm like, I don't want to eat anymore. I took it home with me, and late in the afternoon, I just chucked it out. I'm like, I don't want to eat this. It coats my tongue and my roof of my mouth, and this is gross. And I mean, I'm usually not much of a person who likes donuts anyway, but once in a while a good fritter sounds cool. But I hadn't had it. Anyway, I think I've cured myself of wanting any kind of donuts again. But I mean, you can always change your taste buds back to go the other direction, so it's being vigilant, obviously. So anyway, that's just my experience. You all have a great day.